Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayshawn and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. You already know your girl is back with another video. Based on the title, you know exactly what I'm about to talk about. This is part 5, so make sure you check the description box. I'll have part 1, 2, 3, and 4 linked there. Y'all already know. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kayshawn with 3 E's. Okay, without further ado, y'all, we about to hop into this story time. Let's go. All right, y'all, so boom, y'all know how I like to start off my story times. Okay, I think this is gonna be the last part, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this on up, y'all. So like I said, check out the first 4 parts. That way you know what's going on here. I left off by telling y'all that Miss Lil Wrong left us at the club. Now I know she said she wanted to go, but she said she was gonna go to the bathroom to cool off and blow some steam off. And after about 20 minutes or so, at the time went on, we realized that like she never came out. We went to go check, she was gone. Now, if y'all remember in part 4, I told y'all, specifically told y'all, that only birthday girl in the friend had a room key, right? So, in my mind, I'm thinking, like, why would Wrong leave and this girl don't got no room key? So, you about to be either sitting down in the lobby, or I'm thinking, like, I'm assuming birthday girl booked the hotel room. So, I'm thinking, like, you probably can say her name and see if they'll let you in the room. But because your name is not on the room, most likely they're not going to let you up in the room. They're not going to give you a room key. So I'm just thinking like, this is crazy, whatever. So since she texted and said she left, I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. In my mind, I'm having a good time. This is the last night. We've been drinking. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not going after her. Like, I'm not about to rush back to the hotel just to like let her in the room or just so we could sit there for the rest of the night. She'll be good for a little minute because she should have thought about that before she left, right? So we all kind of agreed that we just gonna stay at the club. Like I said, we already left out late, so we only had a little bit more time left at the club before we had to head home anyways. I'm not even gonna lie. When she left, mind you, in the midst of this, I'm still texting ATL. Birthday boy is texting birthday girl. Like they already been texting us throughout the day. But remember I told y'all, like, I kind of wasn't really saying nothing back because I'm like, we not about to get rid of our friend for y'all. But y'all, since baby girl left, hey, listen, it is what it is. So birthday girl was like, she was about to go ahead and text birthday boy back and let him know, like, we at such club. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she ended up texting him, and he said something about like coming to get us. So we go back by the bathroom and called him like, yeah, it's just us 3. Like, are we gonna be able to fit in a car? Like, we'll go with y'all. Now, mind y'all, I understand y'all feel like it's not safe. Y'all don't know him, blah, blah, blah. Y'all ride with strangers. It's dangerous. We already know all of that, okay? But when you out of town and you had a bit of a drink, okay, you just be doing stuff. And I'm here today, so I'm saying nothing bad happened, okay? But anyways, so we was like, yeah, we gonna come with y'all, right? Cool. So they pull up. So mind you, ATL pull up too. He in his car. He got like 2 homeboys in his car. And then birthday boy was right behind him. I think he had like 2 in his car too. Like him and 2 other people. So I'm like, can the friend that's in your backseat, can he get in the car with birthday boy? That way all 3 of us can ride in your car. And they was like, yeah, they was cool with that. So that's what we did. So all 3 of us get in the back of ATL car. So we just riding around with them. We pulled up to some after hour or something that closed at 3 or something. I really don't know, y'all. But we pulling up with them. We go into there, they got drinks, they got booze, they got all of that. Like, we having a ball, like. So mind you, when we was all going to the club together, like, we walking together, birthday boy was like, oh yeah, I'm glad y'all got rid of y'all little stanky friend. So me, even though I'm tipsy, I ain't gonna say drunk, but I'm a little tipsy. I turn around, I'm like, not too much on my friend, even though that ain't really my friend, but they don't know that. They don't care about that. So I'm like, not too much on my friend. I'm like, don't bring her up. She ain't here. Ain't no need to talk about her. Like, we don't care. This our last night. Don't bring her up, okay? He just was like, okay, like, my bad. And one of his other homeboys was like, oh, they got a stinky friend? I was just about to say, do they know any other homegirls for me? But you said the other friends stink. So I'm just sitting there like, I don't, we not from here, so we don't got no friends for nobody. Let's just go in this club and have a good time, right? So we go in, we drinking with them, we lit. They turned up, of course. I'm giving ATL a dance because, like I said, this is my last night. Like this, I'm about to go back home, go back to work. This is about to be the end of my vacation. Like I deserve a good time. All this bullshit I've been dealing with on this trip, I'm gonna have a good time. So I'm dancing all on ATL, and I'm like dancing, like dancing like I'm just shaking the JCs all on him, just having me a ball, right? We having a good time. We turned up. And I ain't gonna lie, like me and ATL, we was real cozy that night. I'm sitting on his lap. I'm just doing all this stuff, right? Cause it's just like a little fun. You got your little vacation boo or whatever. So we was having a good time or whatever. Everybody having fun. We drinking. They like, okay, let's go out to eat. Like once we left that club, they want to go to Waffle House or whatever. Y'all already know the drill. We go to Waffle House. We sitting there. We just laughing, kicking and telling jokes, all of that, because all of us is damn near drunk / tipsy, and we eating food and we just having a good night. The vibes is good. Everything is good. So we eat our food. They pay for the bill, so we walking out. So they asking like, where they taking us, or is we coming home with them? Baby, we ain't coming home with y'all. Like, not even gonna lie. ATL, I'm sorry. I know we've been real, like, cozy. We've been real touchy-feely. But, and I've been giving you dancing. I know you've been mesmerized by the JCs. I understand all of that. But I'm not coming home with you, boo. I gotta get up in the morning and zip, right? So, I'm like, no, you could take us to such and such hotel and, like, deuces. Like, I don't know. So, ATO just trying to, like, just juice me up. He like, you sure, you don't want to come back to my place? Like, I'm going to have you back here early. Like, I know you got to catch a flight. Like, I'm going to get you back to the hotel. And I'm like, yeah, no, love. Like, not even gonna lie. Like, yeah, but no. I'm like, no, I had a good time. Like, thank you, for, like, kicking it with me and all of that. Blah, blah, blah. But, like, I'm gonna go in here. He was real cool about it. And a little spoiler alert, I'm gonna have another story time about a time that ATL actually flew me out. And I know, especially contrary to like my first story time flew out by a creep, a lot of people be like, people that fly you out, they always gonna want something. Like, you need to be willing to give up the goodies. Nobody's gonna fly you out for nothing. Da da da. Wait till I tell the story about ATL. Okay, listen, just because you got to give up. Okay, we ain't gonna talk about it, but anyways, so that's another story time. So we did. I hugged him, y'all, and when I hugged him and I came back, y'all, he kissed me on the lips. I'm not mad at it because the kiss was nice, but like I don't normally be kissing strangers and stuff, so like I was just like a little taken back, but he looked, he was fine, ish. Yeah, he was cute. And the vibes was good. I was feeling good. It was nice. So it was just like a cute little peck. And he was like, safe travels and all of that. So I was like, okay, you a cool dude. But don't just be kissing me. Make sure I want to kiss you back. I don't know. But anyway, so we get out, they drop us off at the hotel. So we walking in, y'all. Of course, we kind of forgot all about wrong in a sense. Like, we just forgot about her because, like, we drinking, we out, we kicking it. So when we walk in, y'all, she's in the lobby, like, on the couch, like, curled up. Like, you know how they'll have, like, a long couch. They'll have, like, little love seats and stuff. She's in the lobby, like, just curled up, like, on the couch. So she like nodded off, like you could tell she was just sitting up. Her phone was just right here, like on the arm on the couch, and she's kind of like this, like sleep. So I'm like, who gonna go wake her up? Like, y'all better go wake our friend up because I'm not about to go wake her up. Like, go wake her up because I just don't know. Anytime I do anything with her, she always get an attitude at me or just want to argue with me or something. I don't know. So, like, y'all go wake her up, right? So, birthday girl go and tap her and wake her up. So, you already know Ron woke up with an attitude. She look at the time. She like,
what the fuck? Like, why did it take y'all so long to get here? I thought the club was over at 2. Like, it's fucking 4 o'clock. Like, why did y'all take so long?
So, birthday girl was like, why the fuck did you leave? Like, why did you leave? You knew you didn't have no key. If you was gonna leave, like, you should at least ask one of us for a key. Because it wasn't like if she asked for a key and she wanted to go home, we was gonna fight her on it. Like, no, girl, if you want to go home, if you want to end your night early, fine. So, like, Why you just didn't ask for a key? You couldn't possibly expect for us to end our night early just to come back to the room because you're mad that you and your friend got into it, right? So birthday girl was telling her all of this, like, you should have asked for a fucking key. And Wrong is like,
well, why didn't I get a key in the first place? Like, we all went in on this room, so I should got a key anyways.
so birthday girl was like, well, when we checked in, why you didn't ask for a key? Like, she like, the lady only gave us 2 keys. You should have said, let me have 3. Like, she like, girl, you asking me, what the fuck? Like, we been here all this time. You ain't asked for no damn key. But now on the last night, you talking about why you ain't got no damn key. Like, what's going on? So they going back and forth about that. I'm already at the elevator. I done pushed it. So I'm just waiting for it to, open. So it had open because it's late at night, so not a lot of people is on the elevator. So I'm just sitting like in the middle of it to keep it from closing, like just waiting for them to walk over, because it's like they walked over there to get her. I was already this way by the elevator, so I'm just waiting. I'm like, can somebody just like come on? Like, I don't want to go back and forth. I'm tired. We've been drinking. I gotta pee. Like, I'm just ready to get these heels off. Like, y'all can argue up in the room like y'all normally do. So they're walking over and everything. So I'm just in the elevator. I'm texting ATL. Like, we just talking about nothing because we just seen each other. But he's just talking about, oh, I really like you. You're really cute. Da, 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 da. You should think about moving to ATL. I'm like, oh, hold up, player. Hold up. Wait a minute. Pause. Pump the brakes. What are you talking about? Okay, that kiss must have been magical. Okay. I do have some nice little lips. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But anyways, so I'm just texting him or whatever. So Wrong, of course, she get in the elevator and they just bickering. I know I say that word a lot in these, but they are just bickering. You know, when people are just catty back and forth, like I can't just really make out everything they saying. They just back and forth about just whatever and whoever and just bickering. So a lot of times I kind of just toned them out, right? So like I just be hearing them, but it's just like a faint little voice, okay? So they bickering in the elevator or whatever. We go in the room or whatever. So like I'm so drunk that like I, okay, I'm gonna say I'm drunk. Like sometimes I hate saying that because I feel like y'all think I'm just like sloppy drunk. But like I'm so drunk and tired to the point that like y'all, I always can take a shower when I come home from the club. But I was so tired. Mind y'all, this whole time I had heels on, feet hurting, tired, drunk. I'm just like wore out. Okay. Yeah, I went in there. And then mind you, when we went in, Fran kind of made it to the like shower first. So you know when you waiting for somebody and you just like lay across your bed and you waiting for the shower, y'all, I passed out. Like when she was taking a shower, I was sitting at the kitchen table, like getting my makeup off or whatever, putting my bonnet on. So I'm waiting for her to get out the shower, y'all. I'm just laying there. And just when you think you about to close your eyes for 2 seconds, please, I was out. I was out like a light. So I had fell asleep like just in my robe, like, because I was like, I got all ready for the shower. I took my clothes and stuff off and I just had my robe on. That way I can just go right into the bathroom, right? Please, I fell asleep in that robe at the end of my bed. Okay, I was out. I was out of it, right? So I kind of woke up early. Like I feel like sometimes my body know when I didn't shower because like I woke up really early and I was like I looked at the time. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, oh, let me go ahead and get in the shower. So I get up, I get in the shower, y'all. But when I'm getting up, I noticed that. Remember I told y'all it was like a love seat and a round table in the living room with me. When I get up, I look over and I notice that Wrong is asleep in that love seat over there. So I'm like, why the fuck she sleep over there? I'm thinking like, oh, maybe she passed out too. But then I'm thinking like, wait, she didn't even drink for real with us. And she wasn't drunk. Why she over there? I'm like, I don't know, whatever. So I see her, she over there in the love seat. So I just get up and I go ahead and get in the shower. I take me a quick shower, whatever, and I start packing up my clothes because normally I do it the night before, but like I ain't realized we was gonna get that drunk. So I'm starting to like fold up my clothes, pack up my suitcase, gather all my belongings, and just do all of that because I'm like I think checkout was at like 11 or 12, but like I said, or I forgot if I no, I didn't say that yet. But checkout was at like 11 or 12 or something, but they paid for late checkout because like I said, they was going to drive home and my flight was at like I think my flight was like at 4:30 or like before 5. I remember it was between 4 and 5. So one of those. It was before 5 o'clock. So, I was gonna stay at the room with them to 1 and then they was gonna like once we had to check out, we was just gonna be in the rental and like go get something to eat and then they was gonna take me to the airport, right? So when I woke up, I'm like, okay, we check out really not until 1. So I get dressed and stuff and I pack up all my little clothes. So I literally just had on like leggings and a shirt. So I'm like, okay, I packed up everything. I ain't about to do my makeup or nothing because I'm literally just about to get on the flight. So I kind of just laid back down once I realized I packed up everything. So at that time, it was only like 10. Like, it didn't take me long. Took me a little quick shower or whatever. It was 10. So I kind of laid back down because everybody else was still asleep. So I lay back down, go to sleep. When I wake up, y'all, I wake up to bickering, okay? When I tell you this fucking trip was filled with funky smells, bickering, and irritation. Shit, I don't even know. So I wake up to these hoes bickering. So they in the room. So I go in the room because I'm like, oh, I just realized we still don't got the motherfucking rental. So I go in the room and they was already talking about the rental. So I go in, I was like, oh, what's going on? Like, what we about to do? Like, what's going on with the rental? So at this time, I guess birthday girl had already been calling around for the rental. So she ended up calling around to like the police station or something like that, and they end up telling her what tow company or what tow place that the rental was at, right? Birthday girl gave that information because when you're on the phone and they like the number is such and such, such. So she gave the information to Ron. So Ron ends up calling it, y'all, and of course I don't remember the exact number, but I'm just gonna make up this number, like whatever. So Ron ended up calling them, and they like, yeah, whatever, we got the rental. You can pick it up today, but it's gonna be like 350, right? And then I think, don't quote me, y'all, don't quote me. I think don't they charge for like how many days that it stayed there too? Like they charged her something. It was an extra fee for something, y'all. I don't know. I wasn't on the phone, so I don't know exactly what he says. Cause at first I heard it say like 350, and then he said something like, oh, because it stayed today or overnight or after whatever, da da da. I don't know that it's the extra this. So she was like, it's 420 altogether. Again, these are not the specific numbers, but it went up more because of whatever he said. I don't know. I wasn't on the phone, and she was acting like she didn't want to repeat exactly what was the breakdown. But let's say she got off the phone and she was like, y'all, it's 420 to get out. So, of course, I'm just sitting there like, dang, like, that's crazy, whatever. But I ain't saying nothing because what, they don't got nothing to do with me. Wrong look, and she was like,
damn, that's a lot of money, but like, I'm glad we gonna split it 4 ways, so that's only like 100 and some change for each of us.
I mean, what she said, 4 ways. I understand that 2 plus 2 is 4. I understand it's 4 of us. Me, birthday girlfriend, and Ron is 4 of us. But she said we splitting the towing fees 4 ways. Something about that math ain't adding up. So I was looking around like, oh, maybe overnight somebody else came in. Because, baby, what you mean we splitting it 4 ways? So I literally said it. I said, well, who's the fourth person? Like, what do you mean we splitting it 4 ways? And she
Like all 4 of us, like we all was in the rental. Like I know you didn't put in on the rental, but you was using the rental too. So we are responsible for the rental. So I think we all should split getting it out the tow place.
I said, baby, I didn't get the car towed. So I'm not splitting anything. Granted, this is y'all rental. And when it came to gas or like if we had to pay the park, I didn't mind. I didn't even mind helping them with the rental. But like I said, my friend wouldn't take my money. Like she said I was good, so I was good. But it's no way, and I don't care if y'all think like this too. Like, it's no way that if we all get a rental and you by yourself cause damage or get the rental towed or whatever, that you think because we all was in this rental that we all should be responsible for it. Let me know in the comments down below too if you think like this. It ain't gonna change the way I think about it because like I'm not doing it, but I do just want to know, like, what do y'all think? Like, if somebody get a rental together or even an Airbnb, let's say y'all split whatever, and one person like messes up the whole Airbnb and it's a charge on there, like a cleaning fee, or like they get charged something, like maybe somebody broke something in the Airbnb and they get charged. Do you think you should be responsible? Like, all y'all should be responsible for it? Same with the rental. Let's say y'all all go in with the rental and a person get the rental towed. Do you think all of y'all should split the towing fees? Just because y'all got the rental together, even though you didn't get, even though you weren't even in the car. I could see it. I could at least see y'all if we all got the rental. We was driving around together and we told her to park somewhere and we all thought it was okay to park there and then it got told, I'll take that. Like if we went to the club and we parked somewhere illegally and we all was like, yeah, park here, whatever, and it got told, I'll take that. I'll split it with it because I feel like we all agreed to park there. We all told you to park there, and just because you was driving, that don't mean you should solely be responsible. No, if we agreed for you to park here and we all thought it was okay, and it got told, we can split it. But you took that rental, you went somewhere you wasn't supposed to go, and you parked that bitch, and it's in your name on top of that. But you parked that and you did that solely on your own. We was not there to witness none of that. So why do you think I'm about to pay for anything? I'm not. I don't care. I'm not. I'm like, sorry, not sorry, but baby girl, I'm not helping you get that. I'm not helping you get that. Baby girl, I am not helping you get that rental out of there. Like, I'm not helping with them tow fees. So, birthday girl chimed in and she's like, girl, you fuck with you. I don't know what you talking about. She like, you got that car towed by yourself. Like, we're not splitting that even 3 ways. Fuck 4 ways. I'm not splitting it at all. So then the friend jumped in and was like, you talking about 3 way? Fuck 3 way. I'm not splitting it 2 ways either. Like, everybody was just on the same page because we feel like, again, you got the shit towed. Like, you have to take on that responsibility by yourself. So Rome was like,
what the fuck? No, like we all got the rental together. Like it doesn't matter if I was the only one driving. Like the rental is all our responsibility, so we all should split it.
at that point, I had got up and walked back into my part of the hotel or where I was in the living room because I'm gonna go ahead and exit myself out the conversation because I said what I said when I said it. Okay, baby, I'm not helping. So it's no point for me to go back and forth with y'all because guess what? My flight leaves, in a couple hours. I'm gonna hit the deuces on y'all. Like, and I don't care if y'all feel like, well, you should help. No, no, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'm not doing none of that. Like, you did that shit on your own. You paid for it on your own. So of course, that leads to another argument. So they going back and forth. Ron's talking about like,
nope, nope, that's weird as fuck. That's not fair. Like y'all need to pitch in, especially y'all too, cause we got the fucking rental together. Like that's some bullshit.
So she just like going. So they all pleading their case. They saying the same thing. Nope, you did on your own. Blah blah blah. They arguing. So at this point, like they're screaming though, like they're really arguing. So Ron is like,
I don't give a fuck what y'all bitches talking about. Like if y'all don't help me get that rental out, I'm not getting it out then.
So friend was like laughing, like, bitch, the rental in your name. So if you leave that rental and you don't get it out, that's gonna be on you. So Ron like,
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Y'all got me fucked up. Thinking I'm just about to pay that $400 by my damn self. Nope, nope, I'm not doing that.
now this is kind of like weird, but we're gonna come back to it. So they're going back and forth, y'all. They talking about how nobody about to go get the rental out. So I'm just like, oh, what? Let me make sure I have my lift on the way to take me to the fucking airport because obviously they talking about they not gonna get the rental out, and that was my ride to the airport. But baby, I ain't. That's the least of my worries. I can get my own ride. I'm not tripping. So Ron is like,
okay, well, we gonna have to leave the rental there, and your shoes is in that rental too, so that's gonna be on you. You're not gonna get your shoes back.
So friend like, please, I don't give a fuck. That's the least of my worries. Like them fucking $20 shoes, I'm not worried about that shit. Oh well, you the one gonna get in trouble if you leave that rental here. So they just going. So I'm just sitting there, just like chilling, just like on my phone. I got all my stuff packed up. I'm thinking I'm in my little area, just chilling. They bring the argument out there. Here these bitches go, come asking me questions. Okay, what you think? Like, what do you think? Da da da. I'm like, I already told y'all what I think. Like, I'm not about to pay for nothing because I wasn't in the car, and that's just not my responsibility. So they like, exactly. See, and Ron like,
okay, well, even if Kate don't pay, y'all should still pay because we got the rental together.
They just yelling. So I'm like, well, what y'all gonna do? Like the rental, y'all have to leave. Like that was y'all way back to the city. So if y'all don't get the rental out, y'all do realize that all of y'all are asked out about getting back home because even though the rental was in her name and she got it towed and stuff, like how are y'all getting back to the city? So the birthday girl was like, shit, I booked me a flight right now. Like, I don't care nothing about that. I'm not. And a lot of people might feel like, like, why would you book you a flight, but you won't give her half to get the rental out? And I understand that, but I think more so it was the principal were wrong. I think all of them was just sick of wrong. Wrong, she just felt so entitled. Like the night before when she like, hey, call a lift, get me a lift, do this, do that. Like, I think she just felt so so entitled. And not one time did she really feel like, well, I feel like not one time did she really accept the responsibility that she got the shit told. Like, she still was acting like it was our fault. Like, why do we gotta call around and find the rental? Why am I giving you options on what to do while you sitting there eating your neck bones and oxtails or whatever? Like, she just really didn't give a fuck about nothing. So I think all together, birthday girl and friend had it up to here, we're wrong. So the fact that you just gonna tell them like you have to pay instead of asking like, hey y'all, maybe your money looking a little funny. So instead of saying like, I know I got the car towed, but I don't have the $400, like, do y'all mind helping me, and like maybe I'll pay y'all back, or like, can y'all help me out with just getting the rental out, da da da, all of this. I feel like if she would have asked in a different way, they might have been more willing to help. But you just gonna come and you gonna include me too, to my, we all gotta pay to get it out, we all gotta do, like, you, she just came real like, y'all better do this and y'all ain't got no choice, like it's all our responsibility. You was in the rental, so it's your responsibility too. Like, the way she came, I feel like it was just all the principle of like, they didn't want to help her out. So these bitches is like, so birthday girl like, I'm gonna get me a flight, and homegirl was like, or a friend, not homegirl, friend was like, shit, me too, cause like she got me fucked up. Like, I'm so sick of her. You always trying to tell somebody what the fuck to do and what they gonna do with their money, bitch. You know, you should. Why don't you take that Shane Justin back and get the money back for that? Like, friend is just going. So wrong is like,
whatever, like, y'all not about to catch no goddamn flight. Like, y'all gonna have to help me get the rental out. It is what it is, because that's our only way back to the city. So where's y'all money at? Like, y'all just might as well go give me the money and I'll call a lift so we can go up there.
like, real cocky with it. Talking about this is our only way back. So birthday girl, she was real quiet, like just on her phone like this, y'all. She like, okay, let's see. She just going. So it's crazy because I've been wearing a lot of pink lately, and y'all know pink not even my favorite color. It's really red, but like, I don't know what's going on. But anyways, so she was like, okay, yeah, three. I think the flight, don't quote me again, it was like $200, because y'all know the city in Atlanta is only an hour. We only like an hour and a half away from each other. So like, normally Atlanta flights be like really cheap. Like, I can book $100 Atlanta trip. So I think because it was the same day, it was like two something, like 250 if I'm not mistaken. I really don't know. Like I said, I'm just gonna throw numbers out there because I don't specifically remember, but it was something that wasn't like too expensive. And so even if it was 250, I know that's cheaper than $100. Well, I was never splitting it 4 ways, so that 400 would have had to been split 3 ways. So even though I know the 250 is more than like the one something, I just think it was the principle, like I said, and everything. And you know, birthday girl was like, fuck that, this flight only 250. I'm about to book my flight. Like, I don't want to ride back with your ass anyways. Like, you been getting on my nerves, you been starting shit, this and that, all of that. Like, you be talking crazy. And she like, and you try to put your hands on me last night, yeah, I'm straight on you. So I'm like, wait, what the fuck did I miss? So mind y'all, remember I told y'all that Ron was sleeping on the love seat when I woke up, right? He ended up telling me, because I was like, what happened last night? So they like, girl, no, like, grown want to still argue about that shit, about not having a kid, and she putting her hands all in my face or whatever, like she doing the most. So I had to slap her fucking hand out of my face, and Fran, I guess, ended up getting it between them two and like separated them or whatever. So I'm like, I slept through all of that. Not y'all was getting into it. So she like, yeah. So she ended up getting out the room, and she slept out there with you, whatever. And I shut the door because like, I don't got time for this. So I'm like, oh damn. Like, I didn't even know none of this was going on. So I guess they had got into it bad last night. So that's why I think another reason why birthday girl was like, fuck that. Like, I don't even want to ride home with you no more. Now you talking about I need to give you some money on the rental, your attitude, your mouth, all of that. She like, I'm over that. So she like, okay, what time is your flight? So I had said like the 4:30 one or whatever, like Delta 4:30, blah blah blah. So she like, oh bet, like this one's still here, like it says a couple seats available, like da da da. I'm about to book this. So I'm like, okay, girl, like all right. So birthday girl ended up booking it. So wrong is like,
bitch, I know you lying. I know you lying. I know you not about to book no flight. Like, you got me messed up. Like, you not about to do that.
So birthday girl over there like, do, confirm or whatever, go through, select, pay, confirm, check out, whatever. She clicked and she was like, she like, oh, okay, well, yeah, my flight leave at 4:30 with you. And I'm like, so I'm just sitting there, I'm like, birthday girl, you really just booked the flight? She like, yes, like, I'm not dealing with this bullshit. Like, this my whole birthday trip, and she been just pissing me off the whole time. She like, even before you got here, it was shit. That shit last night, the arguing, all this. She like, I'm just sick of it. So birthday girl then booked her a flight with me, y'all. So y'all already know what's next. Here come friend like, no, y'all got me fucked up. Like, what is you about to do? Because I'm not about to split them rental fees two ways with you. Like, y'all got me messed up. I'm not doing all that. I'm not spending all that money. So she like, Ron, what are you about to do? Like, are you about to pay to get are you about to pay to get the rental out? If not, I'm about to book me a flight too, because how else is we gonna get home if you don't get that rental out the shop? Or not the shop, out the place, at the tow place, y'all know. So Ron is like,
What? What the? No, y'all, that's so wrong of y'all. Like, why would y'all be booking flights? Like, I'm not about to get that shit out by myself. Like, y'all got me messed up. Like, we can just all go in. Like, you about to spend 200 on a flight, like, not to help get the car out the tow place. Like, no, that's stupid.
so like I said, birthday girl was like over it. Like she was already like packing her stuff up. Like she ain't had much to say because she's just like, no, bitch. Like I said, you try to put your hands on me. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care to help you do nothing. If you're not gonna get it out, this not our fault. So I'm just like, oh, they just going back and forth. So I guess Ron was like,
Well, I don't got that extra $400 to get it out by myself. So, like, I'm not getting that shit out if y'all can't help me get it out.
so friend was like, well, I'm about to book me a flight too. Like, this is too much. Like, I'm not driving all the way back with just me and you on this bullshit. Like, I'm just not doing that. Like, you should have got that rental out. Y'all, tell me why friend and booked her a flight too. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, what are y'all about to do about this fucking rental? Like, what is going on? So after the friend had booked her flight, like, birthday girl helping her, she like, yep, it's this one, yep, that one, yep, two, okay, yep. They didn't book. So Wrong is like,
What the fuck, man? Y'all wrong as hell. I'm about to book me a flight too because I can't drive that rental all the way back to the city by myself.
so now Wrong books her a fucking flight. So I'm like, wait a minute. You got $200 or so to get a ticket, but you don't got 400. I mean, I understand like 250 is different from 400, but you can't tell me that 250 is the last to your name. Like maybe you do need to return that motherfucker. What's Shane Justin return policy, baby? Because maybe you do need to take that shit back. Like I'm confused. So I'm like, okay, but mind y'all, I'm thinking this stuff in my head, but I know y'all feel like you should have been asking this. You My ticket's already secure. I'm not asking many questions because that's their problem. Like what I look like asking like why you doing this and why you do I don't have nothing to do with that, y'all. So I was just sitting there like, y'all, the only thing I did say, I was like, y'all really about to leave that rental here? And let me know, y'all, what ends up happening, because I never, of course, after this, I never talked to Wrong, and me and birthday girl is friends, but like I ain't never follow up with her. Like, what happened with the rental? I didn't care when I left this trip, y'all. I didn't care about shit that happened on the trip. Okay, so let me know if a rental gets towed and they leave it. What happens? Don't that stay on Wrong's credit or on her card, or like, don't she get charged for the rental or whatever? Like, what happens, y'all? I really honestly don't even know, because like I said, I never followed up. Like maybe when she got home she called and like had it. Like I do know that sometimes if you get a rental, you can drive it from like Detroit to Atlanta and leave it. Like say you get it from Enterprise or something. I do know that you could return that rental to the Enterprise like in Atlanta. So like I don't know, did she pay over the phone the towing fees and ask them to send it back to the rental place? Like I don't know how none of that works, y'all. But all I do know is all three of them hoes booked that Delta flight with me to go back home at 4:30 that night. And them hoes left that rental there. So I'm just like, I'm shook with it. I'm just like, what? Like, it's just, okay. I'm confused. So I'm just like, y'all really? So like, as we packing up or whatever, and 1 o'clock is coming around, because at this point now, of course, we not about to go get brunch or nothing from nowhere because we don't got no car. Granted, we could have Ubered, but like, who about to Uber all these damn bags and stuff like that? Like, what's going on? So mind y'all, I'm just like, while we still like getting packing up everything, I'm like, y'all really about to leave this rental? Like that's probably gonna cost more money than to book a flight and stuff. And the birthday girl and friend, they just like, oh well, that shit in her name. If she don't want to pay to get it out, that's gonna be on her. Like she on her own. So mind you, of course, Wrong is like pissed and irritated. So once she got done packing up all her stuff, like she left the hotel room and she like went downstairs. Well, at first we didn't know where she went. We thought like maybe she just gonna go to the airport early, or we didn't know what she was gonna do, but she ended up just leaving out the room. So we still in there because we they paid to stay till 1 o'clock, so we gonna sit in here till 1 o'clock, right? So We still in the room, so of course, they just talking about the situation, like, like, what the fuck, like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? I'm just sitting here like, don't ask me. I don't know. I only can tell you what Kay would do in a situation. Like, I feel like personally, like, I don't think y'all should be responsible for getting the rental out because she got it towed, and especially with her attitude and how she acting, it definitely should be her responsibility. But like, it's up to y'all. So eventually 1 o'clock came. We go downstairs. So at this point, even though our flight is not until like a couple hours, I'm like, well, what else we gonna do? We might as well go ahead and call a Lyft and head to the airport. We ain't got shit else to do. So when we go down there, Rome is sitting at the bar. Like, I guess she ended up getting her like some food or whatever. So she's sitting at the bar eating and just eating her food. So I went on and called the Lyft because I was originally gonna do that anyways. Like, once I realized that, I didn't know what they was gonna do with the rental. So I ended up calling the Lyft. So the Lyft was like, oh, like 7, 8 minutes or something. So I'm just sitting down there on the couch. We all just sitting there. So I'm just like, dang, that's crazy. But we just waiting for the Lyft. So we just sitting there talking about like something else because she right over there. So we ain't about to keep talking about the situation. Like, it is what it is. So I was like, I had said out loud, like, well, not out loud, like super loud, but I was like, oh, all right, y'all, come on, the Lyft and be here in 1 minute. So we started getting our stuff together. Birthday girl checked out, returned the room keys, all that other stuff, got our little receipt. So we getting our stuff together. So we over there by the sliding door. So the fucking car pulled up. And it was like a little SUV, right? It didn't have like a third seat. It was just that middle row, and then the front. So the driver get out, help with our luggage, put it in the back seat. So we get in the car, and here come Rome come running out to get in the Uber with us. Now, granted, I didn't necessarily mind that she was gonna ride in the Uber with us, because I mean we are all going to the same place. But it's like, girl, you ain't saying nothing to us, then you just gonna hop in my goddamn Uber, like whatever. So she, because we was already in the middle row, she had to hop in the front seat. So she hopped in the Uber with us. So we just like, okay, like, whatever. Like I said, I ain't mind. It ain't no big deal. And I'm not about to be like, get out the Uber, call your own Uber. I ain't about to do all that. It ain't that serious. It ain't that deep. So she get in the front seat. So we go to the airport, whatever. So cool. We go there. So I had to check bag. They birthday girl had to end up checking her bag. The friend, I think she just had like a carry-on, so she was good or whatever. So whatever, we go through everything we need to go through, the customs, all of that, blah blah blah. So now I'm hungry because like I'm not a big breakfast person, but I'm like, at this point it's like, after 1, so I need to eat. So we go to the little food court area. So we sitting there eating. Wrong is like, she got eyesight, but she not like really sitting with us. She not really doing none of that. All I see is that she's on the phone. So I'm like, okay, well, shout out to this girls trip. Like, okay, cool, whatever. So we just sitting there, like, we eating our food. So as time is going by, we end up going to our gate. So we just chilling by the gate. Now, mind y'all, we already in the back. And I'm sitting here mad because, like, I'm in the back with them. Like, first of all, I've been booked my damn flight. Like, why am I in fucking row 39? So, no, I was only like 33 rows, but I'm in like fucking row 31. They back there with us. Like, me and birthday girl, we sat in the same row, but like, I had a window seat. She had the aisle seat. So somebody, like a stranger, sat in the middle. And then I look up, Wrong is in front of me. I'm sitting here thinking, like, how the fuck she get in front of me, even though it's only a row up? But how you get in front of me and I booked before all y'all hoes? But whatever. She's in front of me in the middle row. And then the friend was like across from us, right in that row, right? So we just there. Wrong is extra loud, y'all. She in the middle row on the phone talking mad shit, right? Like, she on the phone with whoever, like, yeah, these bitches got me up. They ain't want to do this, da da da. They ain't want to get the rental, blah blah blah. They want to leave the shit, da da da. Like, she just talking some shit, right? She just talking. I got my headphones in because as soon as I get on that plane, yep, I put my little movie on and I'm about to put my head on the window and I'm about to peace out. It's only a little hour, so I'm like, either I'm gonna go to sleep or I'm just gonna watch this movie because it's only an hour and a half, right? So I had my headphones in, but like, I didn't start the movie yet because I'm just like, I'll make sure everything okay. Sometimes I don't start my movie until the doors close because I be want to make sure like everything okay right before we take off, and I can't hear y'all. Even though I know if they have to make an announcement, it'll come through the headphones. Anyway, it don't matter. I had the movie on pause. I'm just sitting there, and friend, birthday girl looking at me like, like just looking like this bitch up there talking shit, all of this. So she's just extra loud. And I'm thinking like, first of all, bitch, we already on an airplane. Why are you so loud? Like, I hate people that be on the airplane on the phone loud as hell. Like, yes, bitch, I'm about to land at this time. Like, why are you so loud? Like, talk in a use your inside voices. Like, we're in this confined space. You have people all around you. Why are you so damn loud? Like, just being ghetto. But anyways, so she talking on the phone, blah blah blah. She just running her mouth. So my job, because I'm in the window seat and she's in the middle row, I can kind of see up there, like through the little cracks or whatever. She's talking and stuff, like she just like was saying something, like whatever, and I'm just like kind of looking at her, like whatever. She put her phone down, like it was up to her ear. She put her phone down, y'all. While I look on her phone, it wasn't no screen. I could see at the corner, it wasn't no little green phone up there that indicated she was on the phone. And I'm looking at her shit. Nobody was on the phone, y'all. She picks it back up like, yeah, my bad. All of this. So I'm like, mind you, I didn't even say nothing to birthday girl. I didn't even say nothing. So I'm thinking like, are you pretending to be on the phone just so you could talk shit about the situation? Like, what is your motive behind this? Like, what are you trying to do? I just clearly seen your phone screen. Ain't nobody on that bitch. Like, what is your game plan for you to be trying to talk shit about the situation and essentially us? I ain't really taking offense to it because you really ain't talking about me. Even though she is talking about me, but you really ain't, because I don't give a fuck. Like, I ain't your friend. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Like, I already had my shit booked. I was already supposed to be on this flight. Y'all wasn't. So if anything, you talking about them. Like, I don't know. So I'm just sitting there. So I just kind of like rolled my eyes and was looking out the window because I'm like, not this bitch on a fake phone call just so she could talk shit about her friends. So I'm like, anyway, so she do that. So, next thing you know, they like, oh, okay, the doors is closed, blah, blah, blah. So, they like, we about to take off airplane mode, blah, 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 all that. So she like,
okay, yeah, I'm gonna call you back, like, once we land. Like, I should be landing at such and such time. Like, I'll call you then.
So I'm just thinking, like, not you about to call back your imaginary friend, like, the ghost. Like, are you calling Casper the ghost back? But okay. So, whatever. At that point, I put my headphones in, play the movie. I got my eyes closed. I zone out. Flight cool and everything, hour and a half later, we land. So we got oh, you know what? And Ron checked in the bag too. Because I was about to say, why she go down there with us? But Ron ended up checking the bag too. So the only person that had to carry on was Fran. So when we land, mind you, Ron get back on the phone, I guess. I didn't see her phone this time, so I don't know if it was a fake call or not. I don't really know. She get back on the phone. She's talking shit again, y'all. So you know how everybody like looking at you, but they ain't saying nothing. Like, if you that loud person on the plane, they like kind of looking at you to like shut up. But like, they don't want to be like, can you not be so loud, Because we landed anyways. We about to get off. So Ron still talking shit on the phone, like, da-da-da, yep. Like, she here, yep. Like, I guess she was talking about Fran in this part because she said something like,
yeah, she here, but hold on, because like she right across from me. So like, wait till I get off this plane. I'm going to really tell you the tea.
Like, he said something along those lines. So Fran was like, girl, what? Like, who you about to tell the tea on? I know you ain't talking about me. Mind you, at this point, we wasn't using the word tea, so she didn't say that specifically, but something along the lines. She like, girl, I know you ain't talking about me. Like, what? Mind you, we in the back, so a lot of people had already left, so we about to leave out too. So Ron looked at her like,
girl, shut up. Like, do not talk to me. I'm on the phone. Anybody talking to your ass.
So Fran is just like, girl, yeah, but you talking about me. Like, you must be saying something about me. They bickering back and forth. I'm like, oh my God, get me off this plane. Like, they not super loud, but they loud enough that like, I feel like the flight attendants is looking, but like, not enough. Because it's like, okay, y'all ain't about to fight or nothing. And we landed. Get off the plane with that shit, right? So they had a little 1-2 back and forth, but we end up all getting off the plane. So now we all walk in because we gotta go to the check bag, like we gotta go get our stuff. Mind you, Fran is gonna leave with birthday girl, right? Because I was getting picked up, and birthday girl said she had already called like her little boo, whatever, to come pick her up too, whatever, and they was gonna take Fran home. Now, what Ron was gonna do, I don't know. That ain't up to me to figure out. I know she got Lyft on her phone, so if push come to shove, she better call her Lyft/Uber. I don't know. So we all walk in. So of course we all going the same way because me, birthday girl, and Ron got to get our check back. So we walking. I'm walking like a smidge behind them, right? Like enough for them to feel like I'm still with them, but enough behind that, like, if you look, you can't really tell that I'm with them, right? Because I still got my headphones in. Like, no music is playing, but I got them in. I look like I'm on my phone because, like, these bitches is still kind of going back and forth. Like, Wrong is on the phone, but she's still saying little stuff. The friend is still saying stuff to her, and I'm like, baby, we at the airport. I'm not about to be with y'all while y'all arguing, being. I don't have time. Listen, though, I am not gonna lie. if somebody trying to fight you at the airport, you damn near might as well let them, like, you got to make sure they hit you first, and you might as well just like fall on the ground and stay there, because I'm telling you, if you are a frequent flyer, it is not worth it getting into it at the airport and being on a no fly list. Like, that's the, I feel like that's just like the absolutely, what I would rather fight at church than at the airport. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that is just the worst place to fight at, because they're gonna put you on that list. Well, not, I don't know if it's like, oh, one strike you're out, but like, I fly a lot. I don't want to be on no fly list. Like, no. So they're bickering, and I'm just like, I don't want it to turn into anything, and y'all associate me with them. So I'm just walking at like a distance. So much that I was like, y'all go ahead and go to baggage. I'm about to use the bathroom, right? So I go use the bathroom just so we can have a little bit more distance, because them bitches was loud. Like, they didn't care. I'm like, maybe that's why y'all drove to Atlanta. Like, maybe y'all don't fly a lot, because you can't be doing all this in the airport. Like, come on. So they went on whatever while I used the bathroom. So, if you ever came to Detroit airport, you gotta go downstairs for baggage. Probably a lot of places like that. Like, you gotta go downstairs. But so by the time I come out the bathroom, I come downstairs. I'm on an escalator coming down. They already over by baggage claim, but it take them a minute to put the luggage up there. So I'm coming down, y'all. I see them next. All I see is still this, and all of this. So I'm like, is these bitches still arguing? Like, like, what is going on? The only thing I will say, over by baggage claim, especially like, I guess at ours, it's not like a lot of security and stuff as it would be like inside of like where the gates is at, if that makes sense. Like, the gates where you go in once you go through customs, and where the gates at is like security, and there's a lot more people there. When you come to at baggage, it's not a lot. It's some workers there, but it's not a lot, so they over there arguing. Now, we in the city, we used to a lot of stuff, so people kind of like minding their business. They hear them, they getting louder and stuff, they hear them arguing, but they kind of minding their business. But of course, you got some people that's looking like, it's a lot going on, right? So they arguing. So I'm kind of like linked up on one of the little pole things waiting for the baggage. I'm like right here, and they like right here, because again, I'm trying to disassociate myself, baby. I'm not with them. If they get to doing some shit, I am not. Don't include me with them, baby. Like, I'm sorry, I can't be a part of that, right? So I'm over there. The bags like finally start coming on the little belt thing, the conveyor belt, whatever. So I don't know what they was kind of like saying. I hear them arguing, but next thing you know, I just hear like a friend bag, like her. She had a rolling carry on luggage. I just hear that drop, like she let it go, like a what's up or something, and it fell down. So everybody kind of looking. I slowly see people like putting their phones out, like, hold up, like, what's going on? Start recording. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? So the birthday girl was like, no, like, leave it alone, friend. It's cool. It's this. Wrong, going crazy. Friend mouth going crazy. Somebody in like a yellow thing. It wasn't giving police officer like security, but it was giving worker. She come and she like, like, y'all can't do this here, like, y'all better chill out, like, y'all gotta take that shit outside, like, what's going on? Like, she trying to like dilute the situation. They going back and forth. I'm just like, hurry up with my bag, hurry up, I gotta get out of here. So the bags start coming. The lady trying to separate them. So birthday girl's just like, friend, just chill out. Like, she brung her around the other way of the conveyor belt. She like, calm down, like, calm down. She like, no, that bitch pissed me off. Da, da, da. So like, they just kind of like, they got separated. So they kind of calming down. So I'm like, oh my God. So I see my luggage. Boop. I pick that bitch up. I grab it. I'm like, birthday girl. Okay, see you later. Call me when you get home. All right, y'all. See y'all. Bye. I wheel my shit out. Get in the car with my boo. We out. Because I'm like, not y'all arguing at the airport, baby. I don't got nothing to do with this. I don't want to have no parts. So I leave or whatever. I leave them at the airport. Well, not leave them. They got their own ride or whatever. Hi, pumpkin. They got their own ride or whatever. So I leave. So I give it a couple hours once I get like settled in. Well, I was hungry again at that point. Even though I know it was only like an hour and a half like later. It was really like 2. And I didn't really eat nothing big because I didn't care for the airport food. And they be hella expensive. So me and my boo go out to eat or whatever. We go out to eat. So I had went back to his house. So eventually, like, a couple hours went by. So I ended up texting her like, hey, everything okay? Like, did y'all make it? She like, yeah, we made it home and everything. Like, them bitches was like just being super catty. They kept trying to argue, and Ron kept being on the phone, like, trying to talk shit, like, trying to provoke them and like all this stuff. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. I don't know why all of that was necessary. Like, I'm like, y'all don't be want to fight. Like, I was just basically telling her that, like, y'all don't want to fight at the airport. Like, that's the last thing y'all want to do. So I was asking her at that time, I'm like, but what happens with the rental? Like, y'all can just leave it there. And, the birthday girl, like, girl, I don't know. Like, it ain't in my name. They don't really got nothing to do with me. If she wants to be dumb enough to get it towed and to leave it, then that's going to be on her. So I'm like, oh, okay. So, like, I'm just like, oof. I'm like, well, hopefully everything work out, hopefully, like, they don't try to charge her. Because I'm thinking, like, hopefully they don't try to charge her the price of the rental. Because I'm thinking, like, you can't just leave it and be like, oh, well. Like, I'm sure the rental place is going to be looking for, like, something. So we was just on the phone talking about that. And the friend was still there. She was still at birthday girl house or whatever. So she's like, no. So she started just telling me, like, I guess I was on speaker at this point. The friend, like, no, okay, like, for real. Like, she just had me fucked up. Like, I don't know why she was acting like this on this trip. Like, she was just doing a lot of annoying shit. And she was like, you should have been up. Like, she really was trying to, like, low-key fight birthday girl the night before. And birthday girl was like, girl, bye. Like, I would have laid that bitch out. Like, no, I was trying. She, like, the whole weekend, I was trying not to put my hands on her because we are friends. But, like, when she was putting her hands on my face, like, I smacked it away. I almost smacked that bitch. Like, so they just telling me what happened, like I said, the night before. Like, she was just arguing because she was mad about this damn room key. And I just could not understand why she wouldn't think to grab a room key before she left. Like, that was so dumb of you. So, anyways, so actually, it's crazy because it's gonna be a part 6. I'm still gonna title it like this, but technically, this is the end of the trip. But y'all, do y'all know? Y'all know when you have a like when it's your birthday and you go on like a trip, like most times or sometimes you'll still have something back at home, like maybe a dinner or go to the club, like you'll do something back at home for your birthday for the people who couldn't make it out of town, right? So hold on, Papa. Let me end this story off. Look, hold up. Then we can go play. So, mind you, birthday girl, I guess originally, well, I know originally, birthday girl, let's just say Benihana. So I ain't going to say all the restaurant or all of that. Originally, birthday girl, because they left on like that Wednesday, birthday girl birthday was like that Saturday or something. She was like, when she come back the following weekend, that Friday or Saturday or whatever day it was the weekend. She said she was gonna do like a birthday dinner at Benihana's. Hold on, Papa. She said she was gonna do a birthday dinner at Benihana's. So mind you, she had already sent everybody a text message like, "Oh, Friday at 8 o'clock, birthday dinners at Benihana's." Like she had already sent it to everybody. So of course, originally Wrong was invited because this was before the trip, before everything happened. So everybody was invited to the birthday dinner, including like the birthday girl, sister, and all her other friends, right? Let's just say some shit went down. So I'm sorry. I'm not that pet owner that kisses their dog on the lips. I'm sorry, sweet son. I'm not. But anyways, let's just say some shit went down. So technically, even though I know I said that this was gonna be the final part, I'ma still do a part 6. But just know, like I said, this was after the girls' trip. But I'ma still title it about the girls' trip. That way, y'all just know. Okay. So yeah, so at first we was talking about like I wonder if she gonna come to the dinner. In our mind, because the birthday girl and friend and Wrong, they didn't leave off on a good note, and because friend was about to fight Wrong, can you get off my table? And because friend was about to fight Wrong and birthday girl got into it the night before and she slapped her hand away. Of course, in our mind, we thinking she knows to not come to the birthday dinner because even though you was invited previously, why would you come to a birthday dinner when you and the girls kind of like fell out and like y'all not cool no more? Like, I guess birthday girl didn't think that she needed to uninvite her. Maybe she should have. I don't know. But in her birthday girl mind, she was like, I know that bitch ain't coming Friday to the dinner because like we ain't cool, we ain't talking, so ain't no need for her to come there. So that's what we let's wrap this up because you know what. But I guess that's what we assume, y'all. But I guess that's what we get for assuming. We shouldn't assume shit. Like birthday girl should have just told her like don't come to the dinner, but she ain't do that, y'all. So like I said, that's gonna be a part 6. But anyways, y'all, that is the end. These hoes ended up all getting on a flight with me, and they left them up in Atlanta. Why would they do that? And like it's just crazy because again, it would have been much cheaper for them to get it out. But I just think Rome played her cards all wrong, and the way you talk to people, and the way that you get into it and argue and want to go back and forth with people, then you turn around and ask for a favor and say, "Can y'all split it with me? Because I don't have any money." Why you don't got $400, but you all that Shane Justin spending racks, spending money, and then got the nerve to say something about me, but you can't even get the rental out. What we want with people. But yeah, that's the end of that. So yeah, come back next week for part 6, okay? But yes, y'all, that is the end of my story time. I hope you guys really enjoy it. Make sure you thumbs up this video, comment down below, and double check to make sure you subscribe, because I be seeing a lot of comments saying like, Kay, you haven't been popping up. Like, I thought you wasn't doing no videos, but I realized YouTube unsubscribed me. So clearly they be doing that. So even if you know you hit the subscribe button, even if you feel like you've been subscribed for all this time, just double check to make sure you are still subscribed, because clearly sometimes YouTube be hating and they be like, oh, yo, subscriber count going up. We about to bring that bitch back down. Let me start unsubscribing people. So double check and turn on your post notification. That way you are notified every time your girl posts. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kayshawn with 3 E's, and y'all already know. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.